all been at the bottom of the big mountain before. It's simply intimidating, and we couldn't possibly imagine how much energy it's going to take to get to the top. For e-commerce beginners, you might experience some of the same feelings. You'll wonder how much money you need to invest into your website before you start seeing results. Please don't rush out and make a huge investment before watching this video. My name is Vitaly, and welcome to Nichehacks YouTube channel, where we teach people like you to become financially independent by building a sustainable income online. Today I'm going to show you 5 e-commerce marketing hacks that won't break the bank. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to our Nichehacks YouTube channel, and if you want to receive updates about any future videos like this one, make sure you press the notification button. Hack number 1, traffic is king. There is one larger element we need to reinforce in your mind before we get into the more specific tricks. This applies to anything within affiliate marketing as well. Remember that traffic is the key to your success. It seems obvious, but let me break it down. Your biggest goal, of course, is to drive sales, right? Sure, you know that. But when it comes to marketing on a budget, this idea is even more important. You need to start separating traffic from sales. Traffic is playing an important role in so many other ways. This mindset will also allow you to start thinking more creatively. You'll find new ways to market your e-commerce store, and you'll be surprised how fast sales come along with it. That's one of the huge benefits of taking money out of the equation. Big PPC campaigns have to focus on sales right away, which means there's not much time for experimenting, especially if you're on a budget. It puts a lot of pressure on quickly, but if you are someone just building up your e-commerce store, then you're going to need some time to make mistakes and experiment creatively. This being said, you're not totally throwing sales and all of the other things we talk about on this channel out of the window. You still want your store to be set up to convert. Hack number 2, content marketing on a budget. Content marketing can be insanely powerful if done right. It can be the key to drive traffic. And contrary to popular beliefs, content marketing is totally possible on a budget if done right. Budgeting simply means you'll have to spend much more time on the content you're creating. It needs to be high quality. So how do you approach this? Well, start by getting specific. Understand your single content type and how to get the best results from it. Then go create a ton of high quality content in that specific format. Maybe you know how to make videos, or it's just blog posts. Whatever it is, try to master that thing. Keep in mind that because you're doing things on a budget, you'll be the person making that content unless you know someone or you can convince someone to volunteer. So try to pick things that you are good at. If you have editing skills, for example, videos might be the great thing to do. If you're a graphic designer, go in that direction. Once you get to this point, you need to start putting in lots of energy in creating engaging content. You want people to be amazed so much that they won't even realize your e-commerce store is just getting started. You definitely want the content grabbing their attention. Now, if you want long-term content success, then try to put together a ton of stuff that's evergreen. This means that it's always usable and always considered popular, no matter when or where people see it. At this point, you want to start posting and you want to keep it steady. Don't overestimate and don't underestimate content marketing either. Remember, you want a good flow of high quality content. Hack number 3, less expensive products. Now, if you're doing marketing on a budget, shouldn't your products be on a budget too? This is a big hack that will help you get along. You want to look at products that are less expensive because the more the product costs, the more it costs to advertise that product, the more it's going to cost you to market it or sell it. If you have a product that's $100, then you're going to find yourself spending $300 before it starts getting sales. People are less prone to throw down cash for those expensive items. That doesn't mean that you can't get there, but you need to start small and build up towards the big price tags. figure out how e-commerce works using cheap products, and then move up. People need much more convincing to buy more expensive products. To that note, people are more likely to impulse buy a product that's not as expensive because it's lower stakes for them and probably fits into their budget. Some big e-commerce entrepreneurs go so far as to say that they will take the price of a product and multiply it by 3 to figure out how much the marketing is going to cost. If something in your store costs $10, then give yourself $30 to test that product with Facebook advertising. You'll see interaction starts to trickle in right around that 30 mark. Don't be discouraged though. There are other ways to start selling big ticket items without the marketing. If you can get people to your store with lower priced items, you could probably keep more expensive products in the store and then sell them that way. Build relationship with clients through low ticket products and then sell them more expensive products along the way. Hack number 4, use the power of email. Another super low budget strategy is to jump on the email. Email may not be your first thought, but it's an easy way to reach people directly and for free. It will eventually get qualified traffic flocking to your store if you're patient. It's not the most fun thing in the world to get people signed up to your email list, but at the end of the day, you are after sales. So you shouldn't be closing down any marketing options, especially if you're on a low budget. That being said, one thing to keep in mind is that if someone gives you their email addresses, they're probably interested in the store. The only reason they would sign up to begin with is because they have some curiosity, or perhaps they are interested in purchasing something. It might not be that day, but it could be in the near future. One way to convert email subscriber into a client is to include special offers, discounts, and other promotions when you email them. But of course, the bottom line of all this is that emails are totally free to send. As you start to build your store up, do what you can to get people's email addresses. It will help to turn more sales than you realize, especially as your mailing list starts to grow. Don't worry, there are plenty of apps out there that will help you collect email addresses on your site. Some of them may cost money, but many offer free trial periods that you could take advantage of while testing their effectiveness. This email list doesn't just become valuable for the emails themselves. You can take the list and use it on Facebook to build a custom audience. As long as you have a substantial sized list, of course. Facebook's tool will find other people who may have similar interest, and then all of a sudden, you'll have a pretty targeted audience you can advertise to on Facebook. Remember that you always want to use audience preferences on Facebook to find the right people for your niche. And my last hack for today, explore social platforms. As always, it's important to stay up to date on new trends. Often tapping into new trend early enough is a low budget move with big budget gains. Find new social platforms that will allow you to market. For instance, the exploding app TikTok. It's a young app with even younger audiences. But even high schoolers have money to spend. This is a fun way to make videos and showcase a product and just develop your brand in general. Every day, there are 40 million active users on TikTok. This is a massive audience, which means there are huge opportunities to market. TikTok is so new that it's not quite optimized to advertise yet, but it will get there sooner than we realize. If you already have your presence, set up the app and you'll be way ahead of the curve when it comes to grabbing sales and conversions. Let's do a quick recap of everything we talked today. Of course, consider your traffic. Remember, this is the key to your success and to low budget e-commerce success. Be strategic in the way you budget your products. Remember that rule, that everything costs 3 times the cost of the product to advertise. Don't be afraid to use old school methods like email lists. You can utilize these lists on Facebook for targeting marketing. And finally, explore new social platforms and stay on the cutting edge. Always take action and keep moving. Here at Nichehacks, we believe that If you want success, you'll have to get moving. I'm Vitaly, and as always, thank you for watching. Thumbs up if today's tips were helpful, and be sure to comment below and subscribe. Thanks everyone, and see you next time.